Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with another Crumb chat. I'm really liking this series because it gives me permission to just sew for fun off camera, because I do some of the sewing off camera, and yet it gives me some content for my videos, and you guys seem to like the videos. So I'm good with all of that. Also, it gives me something to put in my eBay auctions. I'm going to be working on some crumbs in this video, and I sew in real time for this series, but I'm going to show you first what I finished after the last video, and this is what is on eBay now. And if you remember, I was working with some pieces like this that were little strip sets, and I cut them in half. I split them up, so I only needed 3 of those little salvage strip sets to make 6 blocks. So I made 6 blocks and I built on them, and I'm not trimming them. So these are starter blocks, and whoever gets them can continue to add. And as I said in the description, why do you need to do that? So you can have some of my shit in your crumb quilt, right? So that's why. I also mentioned that you could cut these any way you want and create 12 beginner baby crumb blocks that you can work on, and just build around those. Or you can do like I showed in one of the videos. You could always just lay 2 pieces down, face down, sew, and then cut between them, and then you'd have 2 separate blocks with a piece already attached. I believe I showed that in the previous video, so go look at that. Now the deal was I was supposed to be having I'm looking for something to point with, a strip set in there. You can see it here. These pieces were one of the strip set. That's all that's left, pieces like this, because it gets eaten up a little bit. But that's why we like this, because it, there's even a salvage there, a little piece there. It makes it look like we created this using little tiny pieces, but we did not. So there's this one, there's this one, and the strip set is here. There's this one, a little bit thready. We got the strip set right here. This one, in the pictures in the auction, I use a black background, so it almost looks like this is one piece and then this is another piece. But you can see here, it's all one piece. And the strip set part is right here. We have this. Oh, there's a cow. There's a cow right there. And here's our strip set. And we have this. And the strip set is right there. And these measure anywhere from like maybe 3 inches to 6 inches, give or take a bit in any direction. Oh, I'm going to have to change that because this is maybe like 1.5 inches or something. So I will change that in the auction description. And the link for the auction is in the description of this video. And it starts at 1 penny. Free shipping for USA. Outside USA, you would have to pay shipping. Now, I still have a bunch of these, but I'm going to put them aside because I just feel like, I feel like working with the scraps that I sorted and just starting new pieces like this. I like to have like a lot of pieces this size or odd shapes. These are like all rectangles. I don't usually have a lot like this, but that's cool. I have it, so I'll be able to use them whenever I want. But I have pieces like this. It says single crumbs, baby crumbs. So these are all little pieces. At least that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, and it's not supposed to be 2 things connected. This is in the wrong bag. It's supposed to be all just single pieces, and sometimes I keep very tiny single pieces because I like that. And there's some bigger ones, and yeah, so I thought I would sit and sew some of these together just because I think that would be so relaxing for me. And some of these are, you know, not too tiny. I like that. So I'm just going to try to find some things that work together, and I'm going to sew. Now see, this has been sewn. I don't know if you can see the it was something that was trimmed off, and there's thread. I'm not going to bother to cut that. I'm just going to put it down, and I'm going to sew on the inside of that line so it won't show. And I'm just going to send these through, and I'm not going to be fussy at all. Honestly, I could do stuff like this forever. And you know what I thought I would try at some point? I'd like to try selling, you know, by the ounce or whatever, just single pieces like this, babies. I don't know, somebody might like that because you would get a whole lot of different prints. And some of you enjoy the tiny stuff like I do, you know, just starting. But you don't have to do these, you know, just together. We can get a strip and lay these out on a strip and do it that method too. So many things we can do. But right now I'm just doing this. But I'll probably start on some strips after I get enough of these done. Ooh, this is kind of big, so let's find something else kind of big to go with it. That's good. This is very big. Those aren't baby in my book. This one's got something added to it already. I was sorting fast, I guess. Let's add these two things together because they're about the same size. Is there anything else I want to tell you? Oh, go check out my scrap packs. The link is in the description of this video. And they're not scraps like this. They're like nice cuts, but it gives you a lot of fabric to work with. A lot of different prints with no duplicates. Let's do something this way. Working on an angle. I wish so much that I could get Joe sewing. The reason he hasn't tried that yet, we were committed to trying that, but I noticed that the pedal to my machine, my other machine, the tabletop, didn't make the move. It's gone bye-bye, and I can't find a pedal for it online. Not the same connection. The thing with the prongs. I don't know. And then I went and got Skylar's little sewing machine, but it's you know, I guess he could try that. We kind of just gave up on it because I would love to have him sewing pieces just like I'm doing. He could, you know, be starting, and he doesn't have to be accurate, you know. And I'm doing okay selling just the you know, beginning crumb things, and I love that because I love to do this kind of sewing. Right now I can't find anything to match up with this. Let's put this here. I think that'll be good enough. Good enough. And if something is a little long, and you don't have anything else long, well, look, I can treat this as a strip. I forget that. So I'm going to put it there. And is that? No, right sides together. So I got to turn that. And then I'll put another little piece. Oh, I have a nice little piece here. I have something a little bit wider. Okay, right there. So I forgot that I can do that. We can do anything we want. Let's do, I'm making sure that I have right sides together. Let's do, no, this way. Why am I having trouble figuring this out all of a sudden? You can sew crooked and create angles accidentally. It's surprising how quick this goes. But then you have all the tedious pressing. But you don't have to press these all open all at once. You can finger press, make a bigger piece, put those pieces together, and then it's a little bit bigger, and then you can press. I guess I could switch to doing some of that. Okay, I'm going to call this a strip. Let's put, oh, I like this purple. I'm going to put that right on there. And then I like this. I have to open out, and it would be, oh, I'll put this gold piece right there. That's going to fit. Do I have another strip I can work on? It's a triangle thing. Yeah, let's put these two strips together. That'll work out good. That'll work. So I don't know what I'm going to have for you in the next video. I think I would like to do more of this because I love it. And I'm not the one that has to, cut to a certain size. This is so freeing for me. I just love it so much. And I'm trying to get things that will fit in the eBay envelope that has certain specifications so that it only costs me, the rates went up, so it's like a little over $1. I don't have to, pay $4.50 to $5.50 because it's expensive if it turns into what is called a package. So I do want to keep the shipping low on those things. Okay, did I say I was going to switch over to, oh, here's a strip, a narrow strip. Let's go for it. Did I say I was going to switch over to joining? I think I said that. Okay, let's try this piece. This is a big piece in the world of crumbs. Oh, am I going to have something tiny enough there? I'm going to make something tiny enough. Let me see, where's scissors? I'm going to cut this in half lengthwise. Look at that. I created a smaller crumb for right there. Okay, let's switch gears. So we have all these. This is super cool. Look at that. And where's the one that we, where's the other end? I want to start with that one, with that little zebra piece. Okay, let me snip all these off camera. I have so many ideas right now. Okay, I do love very much to do this. So I'm not going to promise what I have in the next video for the auction for the next video, because I don't really know what I'm going to do. But I might have some pieces like this. I also would like to try for an auction just pieces like this that I sewed together. I would not even press them. They would come like this. You would be able to press them, just finger press like I'm going to do. And you could trim them. I might trim them, but you know, it comes a time that I would not want to spend a lot of time on that. So you would actually be getting, you know, starter crumbs, very basic starter crumbs, and you could just use them to start your crumb blocks. And, you know, even stuff like this with, you know, something narrow, because that's what I do. This is how I do it. Now, when you have something narrow like this and it's a selvage, you don't want to push that back because it's stiffer and it's just very narrow. You would, oops, I got something attached. You would lay it down and push it back this way, because this fabric is thinner than a selvage. And you would just press it, and finger pressing goes a long way. But yeah, maybe for the hell of it, I could just try some of these like this. And I would try them as auctions. You know, I tried and did sell scraps in my sales, but there's, you know, something about auctions that I really love, and it brings me new customers. So I think that it's almost better for me to put things on eBay at a penny for auctions, and, you know, keep the shipping as low as I can. Even sometimes if I have a higher shipping item because it's heavier, those auctions bring me new customers, and it's so worth it. Even if I'm losing money on each one, even if I lose, what, $2 or $3 on I mean, I'm using scraps. It's mainly the shipping and the, you know, the selling fees and, you know, the eBay fees. It's worth it because it brings me new eyeballs, and sometimes the auctions go up and pays for the shipping, makes it all worth it because people go nuts and they really want the thing they're bidding on. Anyway, I'm rambling, but this is a Crumb chat, so I have the right to chat. That's one of the reasons I do these. Okay, so let's say you've done this and you have a bunch of little pieces now. Again, I don't like to push back the smaller thing. I like to push back the bigger thing. So I lay it down, I push back the bigger, not always. And I just really press that. And that's okay. Let's see, let's push this guy back. And, you know, even from me, you could get stuff like this. See how that's messy? And all you would do is just cut that off. You can trim it. It would be very scrappy baby crumb starters, and you would be able to turn them into beautiful crumb art. Okay, so again, I'm not going to be too fussy. I'm just going to put some things together. So I can put this here like this if I want. And I could consider this like a strip, you know? Put something here and something here. So let's do that. Even though this is pointed, I'm going to sew that. Now, if I don't have anything narrow enough, I can use one of my little single pieces. So let's, I'm going to put this. Just going to make it. Okay, and then let's just stop and look at this. There, that goes there. Oh yeah, see, this is that little piece. Remember the little piece that I ended with? You know, it's fun to start with some small things sometimes It doesn't take long, and they're big pieces. You just keep adding to them. Okay, so let's see now what I have done here. So let's, for the hell of it, I will go press. I'll press this and this. I just recorded a whole bunch of stuff, but I forgot to turn my camera on. When I last talked to you many minutes ago, I'm glad because this was getting to be too long. I had sewn this and this to what was like a strip set. I had that, you know, attached, and I put this piece on here, and I had put this piece here and sewed that. I think that's the way I did it. And then I just pressed that open, and I got two pieces out of what was one piece here. I think, I don't know, it's been so long ago now. And so there's that. And then I wanted to, you know, show this again and remind you that we did not have to sew this piece onto this tiny little square. This was a strip, see? Because we have, you know, another piece like that. So this is the beauty of sewing on strips like that. You know, sewing on bigger pieces and then trimming. So this was a strip, and we sewed this on it, we sewed this on it, and then we cut in between those. And then, you know, it's very easy now to put something on the side of this, you know, and then in no time you have a big piece. But this little piece right here will end up looking tiny when there's something on every side of it. And it's going to look like you know, went insane and just, you know, picked up a little tiny, tiny half-inch crumb and put it into a crumb block. But you didn't do that at all. You started with a strip. So now I'm going to have to just say bye because it's getting late because I talked too long without recording. But you didn't miss anything that you haven't already seen me do. Make sure you subscribe, and you'll see the next video, and you'll see what I did. I'm going to do a lot of work with these things, or I might just put some aside for an auction. I'm going to try really hard to have 2 auctions for the next video. One with things like this, okay? And see if any of you guys want that. And then I'd like to make some more pieces like this. Come back. Don't miss it. And I guess that's it. Go check out my eBay, check out the scrap packs, check out whatever auctions I have going on right now. All the links you need are in the description of this video. And I need to get back to doing some of this on ASMR, on my ASMR channel. So what I think I will do is when I'm making more of these, it will be just sewing with no talking. Maybe a whisper here and there. It's called Sounds and Whispers ASMR. But I need to get some more videos on there, and then because it's not monetized now, the channel fell off the monetization mountain. I don't know what I'm saying. So I need to put some more content on there so I can be monetized again over there. And that would be great if you guys want to just, you know, watch me sew. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.